Welcome to the Interlok UI showcase, and this showcase will be concerned with config projects. So a config project is a simpler way of managing the configuration files using X-includes and variable substitutes together. So now I've logged in to my UI, I'll go to my config page and I'll give you a little demo of how this works. So here I'm going to use a new adapter file. So I'm going to add a channel and a workflow, and I'm just going to do a little demo with two services. So I'm going to use a log message service and timestamp service. Seeing as they're very simple. Now, if you've seen the UI before, you would notice that this button here is new. So this is our project button for the config page. So if I hit that, we've got various options, and the first option is a general one. So I can give the project the name. Demo project, and give it a little description. And here I could upload a new config file, and I could override what I want the config file name to be exported to, but I'm not going to do that. Here we've got the X-include options, so I'm going to split the workflow, I think, and then I've got variables. So here is where the variable set management takes place. The first option would be if you want to rename the default property file name, which I don't. But here's the important bit. So here's the variable set management. So the first set I'm going to use is default. So I'm going to add a couple of variables. So one's going to be log level, and default's going to be my development environment. So I'm going to have log level set at trace, and log prefix set at dev, and show events set at true. I'm going to use this button here to create another variable set with the selected variable set variables. So this one's going to be called test, as this is my staging environment. So on staging, I want log level to be set at debug, and log prefix to be set at staging, and show events to be true again. And I'm going to create another variable set called live. Log level this time will be set to warm. Log prefix live, and show events I'm going to turn off for the live environment. Okay, so now I've created three variable sets, all with different values, the same keys, and then I'm going to close this, and if I edit the log message service in this settings editor, we'll see I've got log prefix, log level, and include events. So I'm just going to give log prefix a default value. And here you'll notice there's new buttons, and this ties together the setting to the variable key. So on the log level setting, I'm going to give it the key log level, and here prefix, and here show events. Now here include payload, I didn't set up a key for that, as you may have noticed, so I'll press add new, and then I'll set one up here. Include the payload, false. Press this button here, and there it's set up a variable key. So I'm going to have that default to be true. So I'm going to save that now, open up the project window again, and I'll show you the variable XPaths. So here is generated a line for every key that I've used during the settings window. So here you see the XPath for the setting in the log level, the log message service for the log level, and it's tied to the log level variable key. So if I close that now my project's all set up and it's got the keys. I'm going to save the project as a demo project 2 because I've done another demo project before, and I will be able to download that project from the saved projects window. So here's all my little projects, and this download button here gives me the demo project 2 zip. So if I download that, here's my zip file, and if I unzip that, in that folder I've got my adapter XML, and that'll have the variables in it, and I've got the project file for the UI so that you can import and export and share projects between people and systems. And then here's the variables that I set up. So if I show you the variable properties, we've got show events, log prefix, log level, and include payload. And I'll show you the adapter XML. And of course this doesn't have a workflow because I said I wanted to include the workflow. So in the adapter includes, we have got workflow XML, and that has got the variable keys. Now using the adapter XML and the variable properties, you'll be able to configure your adapter using the preprocessors and the bootstrap file. So I'll include a link for the documentation page on that below the video. So if we go back to the UI for now, I'll close this window here. So I'm also able to apply this config to a running adapter. So when I press apply now, this is slightly changed. So I could apply it to my local adapter, and I can select which variable set to use. So I could have configured my staging adapter and my live adapter in here, and then I could just publish configuration this way. And I can also publish projects using the publish button here if I add version control setup, but we'll go over that in a different video. So hopefully this will make configuring XML with X includes variables a lot easier for you. And that's everything. Thank you very much.